And of course, now that we're live, I have Andrew and Sev in the wrong positions. There we go. That's better. Hi everyone, welcome to tonight's episode of Andromeda Adventures. Sorry for the late start. And we were all having some technical issues. Live, I have Andrew and
Mostly me.
would like to say Happy New Year to everyone. So, Happy New Year to all of my wonderful players. Happy New Year to all of our wonderful viewers.
Happy New Year!
I'm still here.
Can't believe it's 2024 already.
We made it.
We've been streaming for over a year now, I believe. So congratulations. We did have a bit of a break, but thank you everyone for watching, and thank you to all of our amazing players who have been around for the whole time. And we hope all of our past players had an amazing new year as well. So without further ado, we will cue that intro. All right, welcome back, Chooms, to Neon Noir, where we are catching up with the same crew we've been hanging with for a while. We just got to hear about some of their exploits in one of their early adventures, but before we dive back into when they got to meet the Night City Stalker, why don't we talk to Reverend and tell us a little bit about where we left off?
Well, if I remember where Bard was, we had just met back up with Bruce, met our new co-worker, and probably the spark in the group, Nova. Very interesting introduction to her, that's for sure. But let's see, met another very talkative one named Dare. Her and Bard turned out to get along quite well.
It seems that they did. All right. I believe we were leaving off with you guys having just arrived in the combat zone in Bruce's safe house.
Yes, after Nova's artful driving.
Hey, as long as you're driving into and out of the combat zone, you're doing something right.
I really appreciate that you said that, Rev. That was very nice of you.
Okay, no more Nova.
As you guys are getting comfortable in the apartment, the Dare kind of looks around and is like, is this really where we're going to be? I mean, how are we supposed to have a meeting here? I mean, how will they find us? Are they supposed to find us? Are you guys telling them where to find us? Well, wait, if they know where to find us, then what if they do stuff bad and set up an ambush or try and mug us for the information? And how do we keep the information secure? Because how are we...
So we keep the information secure with two different methods. One, we keep our cool. Two, we have weapons. And three, yes, I know I said two, but I thought of a third one. We all make sure that anybody who comes here doesn't just take the information from you because you're eager to give it.
Right.
That makes sense.
I mean, I'm assuming... do you know who the buyers are?
Nope, I've got no idea. Bruce said that she was going to set up a meeting with the buyers and that they'd arrange everything and that she'd want people to have and talk to me and then that you guys would be doing the negotiations for the money and that we'd all get paid. See, I don't really care about the money, but Bruce said it was really important that people pay for the information. You can't just give it all away for free. But I want to make sure that this guy who's completely crazy, I've got total proof of it. I've got all of this information in a whole briefcase full of it, doesn't get anything. And so Bruce said that you guys would talk to all the people that she was arranging a meeting for. It's a whole bunch of medias from a bunch of different companies and a corporation guy, and that, you know, it'd go down and kind of be like an auction thing, like an intense debate.
Okay, there. I think
She
I
wants us to
understand.
get her energy drinks too.
Yeah, I already
I-
told her no on that count.
I think I understand. We've you've already said Bruce has arranged for them to get here, so I think we just set up. I think we find a secure place for you to be. I recommend that you do not be in the room when all the strangers arrive, in case one of them is this killer in disguise. And yeah, I think the biggest thing is they'll probably want to have some sort of proof of what it is that you have before they start bidding on it. Do you have any such proof? Anything that you could show to say yes, I do know the information of this guy that you have?
She walks over and sets her little briefcase down on the table where all the playing cards and poker chips are laid out, and puts in a little code into the lock on the briefcase, and click, click, clack, pops it open. She says, "Yeah, I've got documents and video records and photographs and financial transactions and wiretap records and scheduling schedules."
If you'll let me take a look at that, I think I can convince people that the information that you have is real even before they look at it. I have a talent for that. People do say I tell the truth too often, but I think unlike you, I'm not hyperactive about it most of the time. So
You do come off as fairly credible, yes.
So almost like we're talking about a certain skill that I could utilize.
I certainly said that
if
you appear
only.
credible. You're calm, quiet spoken,
So
a little bit too serious,
Dare,
a
can
little
I
bit
take a
full
look
of
at this
yourself.
information? Thank you. I very much am.
Yeah, of
Can I-
course. Of course you can take a look at the information. Although,
Unlike me.
do you think I should get more information? I mean, I left my computer all the way back at the apartment.
I can't tell you if you need more information until I get a look at the information that you have here. So
Oh,
we
yeah,
leave it
of course,
first,
of course,
and
of
then
course.
I can answer
Here.
your question.
She kind of
So I'm gonna
rotates
start-
the briefcase.
I'm going to start reading through it and looking at all the evidence.
Eric, do you know how much time we've got until things start? Did
Bruce said she'd tell
take
you.
time?
You guys would recall
About a week.
Bruce said it'd be,
Yeah.
she'd set it up to be in about a week.
Okay, all right. So we're basically hanging out here for a week then.
So I'll start taking a
Yes.
look through everything here.
All right. In that case, Rev, you're our resident military expert. Maybe you could check out the place. Oh no. Well, Rev is trauma team. That's right. I'm sorry. We lost Cobb.
We don't have a military expert.
We don't have a military
I
expert anymore.
I actually did sweep the place last time. It is clean, from what I can tell.
No, but you like. Are you as good at
I
making
can
sure?
blow it up if you want me to.
I was going to ask.
Not
What I was going to ask, if you're as good at making sure things don't blow up as you are as making sure they do blow up.
No, it's a different skill set.
I was going to say, judging by the burns on her, I would say no.
Okay.
She
We-
did hand me a live grenade at our first meeting.
But it didn't blow up.
True.
But I mean,
I'm just
Ume.
saying
Okay,
that
well-
so far evidence is that she doesn't make things blow up.
Ume, what did you have in mind?
Well, we should check out the room and the building, look for possible ways of entry, making sure we don't get surprised. Frosty, are there any other windows, doors, openings, or anything like that?
So, the living room doesn't have a window on it. The walls that face the interior of the building don't have any windows. So the place is fairly dim and closed off and kind of claustrophobic. But there is a very large balcony that has glass railing along it and overlooks the combat zone. And you guys are about 30 floors up
Okay.
on the
Great heights.
So the balcony is a point of potential port of entry. The front door is a point of entry. I don't see any others.
Right next to the front door, there is an old elevator. Then there's a stairway. There's also a lot of other units on this level. As you head down, there's the main elevators in the center of the building that lead up, and it's a 4-block. Like there's 4 elevators. Each of them face. 2 of them face west. 2 of them face east.
this is relatively abandoned tower, right?
There's squatters in a lot of the other lower levels, but this floor seems to be pretty much abandoned. The other thing is there's lots of ventilation ducts the different areas, but really the only 2 points of entry are the front door and the balcony.
Do let me know what I get from the data whenever I'm done. I'm assuming I'm ready.
Okay. We know from Bard that the place has been swept. There's not like any bugs or anything. The elevator, the one that you mentioned that's nearby, does it work?
The one next to you guys does not work.
Okay.
So I could blow that one up.
Seems out of order.
Well, if we did get attacked by something, would it be possible to rig something that might explode for it and not us?
I don't know, maybe, or it could be a quick escape.
Yeah,
Real quick.
Yeah. If we need to get out of here in a hurry.
Yeah, like 30
Hey,
floors in a few seconds.
Hey, girl, I'm ready to rock it. Let's do it.
All right.
I would
You only live
appreciate
once.
if
Might
our-
be
if our
short.
only
Let's
exit
have
out of here
fun.
Wasn't falling down an elevator shaft 30 floors.
Maybe we could figure out a way to make it fast and safe.
Unless you put pillows
Relatively.
on the bottom, of course.
Maybe
I've seen in different holovids and brain dance things that protects you from even a pretty severe fall.
I don't think cartoons are real, Bard.
What?
Maybe just blow an exit in the restroom and we can jump down through there.
Wait. You mean bunnies don't talk?
They don't. I know, it's shocking.
Interesting. Okay.
That's right,
I'll
yeah.
have to file that away.
I mean, I've
in my
talked
mind palace.
to bunnies.
Yeah,
It does take some special drugs.
I was about to say,
I was going to say, are they Playboy bunnies or just bunnies? Like, those are two different kinds of bunnies.
So, Bard, it takes you the length of time that they're like searching around the place looking for everything to look over the information. And what you can see is she has matched up a time frame of where, first of all, she's coordinated his schedule and pulled his schedule from where he was making the security modifications for each of the victims' homes and tying him to the work orders to each of the victims' homes. And has his recordings that were pulled from the net watching the individuals through their security system, along
Okay, so
with
this is an
brain
airtight
dances,
case, yeah.
along with brain dances that he recorded and the actual video footage from the people's security systems that he took and downloaded to record his crimes, and has printed out several photos from those crime scenes.
Okay.
So he's completely fucked.
So basically, I can close this briefcase and look at her and say, you don't need to get more information. I can very much make the case to anybody who comes here that you have absolutely what they're looking for, and I won't even need to put out my cigarette to do it.
Bold statement. I believe it, though.
Like, this is if the prosecution got this information, it'd be a closed,
Right.
no way out.
And again, like, that's what I'm trying to say is that, again, Bard, one thing my special skill is good for is exactly this. So I'm like, yeah, you don't need to show them the information. I will tell them how credible it is. You're only here to make sure that, well, you're here because you found it, and you should get credit for it. More importantly, because you should also benefit from it, even if you don't think the money is important. You never know.
I am curious, though, who Bruce is going to.
Send. Well, that's on you, Hex, to deal with them. I can just tell them the information is valuable. It's up to you to negotiate the price.
Yeah, I think, Hex, you're obviously the best equipped to deal with high-stakes negotiations. Speaking of...
I don't know. Nova seems like she could really be a ringer in those.
Happy balls are great in negotiations.
Add that
Maybe-
as part of the deal.
Just
Maybe
don't
not
pull the
these
pin.
negotiations. I don't think we need to be playing hot potato in this apartment.
Hot Potato? I hear that's a really fun game. I mean, it's kind of like Twister, but with a worse loser. You know, everyone sort of drops out.
I walk out onto the porch. Can't handle that kid anymore.
I'm gonna do the almost kind of dad thing of I'm gonna open my book of The Idiot's Guide to Forensics, and I'm gonna engage with Dare in the sort of like, I'll let her keep talking. Wow, that's very interesting. Tell me more about that cyber deck. No way. Wow. So I'm just like reading through the book and trying to like
Tell me more.
like, please
Tell me more. Tell me more.
Please, I need to know more about that system knowledge with respect to the ice walls of the net. Like, get her talking for an hour, you know?
So, Frosty, we're going to be here for a week at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what I'd like
How
to
did we
do
not kill her?
is sort of make a spot for Nova and her makeshift mobile workshop. I brought all the tools that I could carry with me.
Okay.
I'm gonna go out on the porch. I think
There's the porch and the bedroom and the bathroom and living room and kitchen.
Could you actually put us on the apartment, Mac?
Yes, I can.
I'm gonna take that
I already
couch.
gave you my gun. Yeah.
I'm gonna take that couch on the porch, and that's gonna be my bed and workshop. And then I'm gonna start moving a table out there to the porch so I can work on the table. I'm gonna make myself like a little spot and just claim it as Nova's
Look.
spot.
It's just like in Men in Black, screeching the whole way.
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
Frosty, as I'm so, if we're here for 7 days, would I be able to read the book for 7 days, or?
Well, yeah, it's a question of what you guys are doing for the next week. We're kind of going to go over that.
First off, when we were doing the look around the place, is there a roll or way I could check like how thick the walls are opposite from the doorway?
Yeah, make a basic tech check.
Basic tech.
Thick. How thick are those walls?
Are we gonna be Kool-Aiding our way out of here? 18.
Oh,
They're just mostly drywall and plaster with steel beams. So they're not going to provide much SDP cover.
All right.
So, other than
Even, while the main floor supports, like the weight-bearing structures are probably pretty heavy steel, like these are just like aluminum beams and...
Yeah, the connecting walls and everything.
Yeah. You can tell the structure to the west, next to the kitchen and the bedroom, where the stairway would be, is cement and probably rebar.
Fireproof-ish.
Yeah. That west wall is going to be the most sturdy and secure.
Okay.
And I forgot, there is a window in the living room.
Oh, okay.
On the right-hand
this one
side.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the east side.
Other than giving Nova my pistol and spending at least a couple of hours a day reading the book, I mean, I'd love to have some conversations with people, but I want to know if everyone else is doing anything particular in their downtime first. So.
I do have something I wanted.
Yeah.
I was going to wait until. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, the very first day, like after we settled down and we've taken we finished our look around and Bard's had a chance to go through the evidence and assured Dare that he'd be able to do the talking. I'm going to Ume's going to walk over to Hex and is going to kind of like walk up and says, "So Hex,
Yes, we may.
you are a very good fixer, right?"
What do you want?
Totally could get something into the combat zone and delivered here, right?
I mean, it's certainly worth a shot. What do you have in mind, Ume?
Well, I just got paid. We picked up, I think, a few items, or expecting a few items from Bruce, right?
Mm-hmm.
In addition, I was going to wait, but since we got a week here, and it's going to be really boring, and we do have a place to plug in an amp, if you could get me a Neowave Sonic Electrowave Pulse Master 9000X version 3.1, along with a lovely amp. I can give you they make them special made with like nice colors. They're $500 a pop, but they're totally worth it. And and the amp, a nice little portable amp I could carry with me, while we go on jobs and stuff like that. maybe if you could get one of those here, like maybe tonight or tomorrow, at the very least, I can not be bored out of my mind.
Well, I can certainly try, but there's no guarantees out in the combat zone, May.
Oh, I believe in you. I believe in your ability.
Well, we better pray to God. By that I mean Frosty. Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm trying to think who exactly I would call for this.
They are publicly available. Like, this is not. I mean, I came up with an elaborate name, but
very fancy guitar.
This is a very fancy guitar, but it's still just a guitar.
Trying to get into the combat zone. Which contact would you call?
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to think here. Ooh. See, Bruce already did us a favor getting us a mono katana and some ammo.
But you've already paid the fixer fee for Bruce.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, but this would be a different hookup.
Oh, okay.
I would think, wouldn't it be?
Yeah, kinda.
Maybe it just depends on how well you negotiate with Bruce.
Is Bruce meeting us here?
No, Bruce is going to send the people to meet here. It's supposed to be a safe house that people don't know that you're in.
Right, makes sense.
She sent us the mono katana and the ammo
in
with
the burger truck
van. Yeah. Let's see if we want to try and get this out here. Oh gosh. I got a drug dealer, a guy for bodies. I don't know about legal things.
No, if you're gonna go use the drug dealer, get the drugs too.
I mean, I can certainly get you amped
in the guitar,
but not an amp.
You would know that Cassidy doesn't worry about the combat zone. You could probably ask if you were buying some drugs along with whatever else you were getting. He'd probably be down.
You could buy a can of Mississippi for.
We could literally just throw us a little mini party out here.
Yeah, with a guitar chaser is what it is.
Okay.
I think the less people who know we're here, the better.
That's true.
Oh, Rev, you're no fun.
But I would have a guitar.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to try,
needs a guitar.
If you want to do it in another apartment,
to
do that.
Well, I mean, we
meant
could
just with us and probably Cassidy, not like we would actually throw a block party in the combat zone. Rev.
I mean, that'd be pretty awesome. I could do. Ume comeback tour starts in the combat zone. Guitar solo off the
ceiling. Do it on the roof.
There you go.
Ends in the combat zone.
Actually,
details.
It could be a great sort of like setup for when everybody gets here. You know, like they're all coming to a party and there's a negotiation at the party.
Oh, I could do entertainment.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, it could be an obfuscation. It's also
this is
vectors
totally for the job. Totally for the job. This is not for me. This is totally for the job.
I don't think Bruce or Cassidy do job-oriented tax write-offs, though. Could be wrong.
Oh, I don't know what taxes are.
That doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
I don't think fixers worry about taxes, Bard.
I'm a little sad that y'all aren't jumping on this opportunity to get me the most amazing musical instrument known to man.
I am sad with Ume.
Yeah, you see, she appreciates music.
The minions.
She likes art.
Yeah,
you see.
I mean, I'm not against Hex calling a drug dealer to bring a guitar and some drugs. Just like, don't.
Okay, but like
we don't have to meet them in this apartment. We can meet them downstairs, as long as you don't go wandering out in the combat zone too much.
Actually, I saw the apartment across the hallway. That one's a really nice apartment too. It's got 2 bedrooms. Just saying.
I will say that if we want to avoid leading somebody here, probably at the very least we want to be on the ground floor of the building or just outside of it.
Oh, okay. Well, Yeah, that makes
So
sense, I
that's
guess.
a bit, even that's a bit close, I think. As much as I would really do think getting a guitar is a priority, I agree that leading directly to the apartment may not be a good idea.
Yeah,
Probably true.
fully.
Yeah.
And
So,
also, yeah.
I mean, leaving this apartment too is also a risk. So, do we want to risk it?
I will risk it for the guitar.
I know you will.
Well, then I'll go alone downstairs if need be and just pray I come back.
Pray to who?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not exactly religious, so yeah.
I was just curious.
Whoever answers, I guess.
Usually it's no one.
Well, then that answers your question, doesn't it?
Just
Yeah.
not talking to the right people, Bard.
Well, all right. If we do this, yeah, Cassidy's probably gonna want us to put in a little extra order. You know, not just a guitar.
Well, I mean, generally speaking, it's 1,500. I'd pay a 10% fee on top of it, 150 for that piece,
Okay.
if we want to get more on top of it.
I got
Anybody
50.
else?
I got 50 eddies for some drugs.
Well, may as well if y'all are doing this. See if you can give me a air hypo.
All right.
I'm good on the drug front. Maybe some more cigarettes. That's about it.
I'm glad all of you appreciate the importance of this.
What kind of drugs do you want, Nova?
I don't know. Something will get me fucked up.
Synth coke?
Most things.
Okay, yeah,
So,
that one.
It's kind of
Night City
G-rated.
isn't exactly known for its light drug use.
Exactly.
Just
Yeah.
all the drugs, you know?
mix them all together in a big jug.
I'm gonna tell you though, you're gonna be paying a fee for this, so make sure these are things you actually want. Air hypo. Are you sure you want cigarettes, Bard?
No, I'm just like if you need him to bring other things to make him do this, then that's
I
something
don't know
like,
that
I
he
really-
wants to just make a complete run to the store for us.
well,
Drugs
yeah,
are one thing.
Hey,
and drugs.
air hypo is how you administer drugs.
That's true. He probably has
Yeah,
a couple of them.
he
I would
most
clean them
likely
off
has
pretty
those.
carefully though, Rev, just as an FYI.
And then Ume, what was the model of this damn guitar again?
It was a Neowave Sonic Electrowave Pulsemaster 9000X V 3.5. This particular one, you can get them like custom done. I want it neon blue, like my hair. It needs to have a slick black neck. It should be adorned with these sort of they have this version of it that like when you play the music, all these neon patterns and lights appear on the guitar, and even has like a little LED display that like reads out information about sort of music being played. It's
You do realize that this is gonna come to you from a drug dealer, right?
he should be able to find it.
You want a custom job that's not fucked up.
I'm paying
Have you
retail.
ever
so
ordered
I'm
anything
expecting
from
it.
a drug dealer before that comes in high detail?
Well, I'm expecting you, Hex, to be able to work with
I'm
him.
not the one who's gonna order the guitar. That's gonna end up being Cassidy.
But Hex, you're my fixer.
I'm not responsible for this guitar being bright pink and
Wait. I feel like Bard just looks over.
paisley.
Are you really doing puppy dog eyes right now, Ume? Is that how you're trying to make this deal?
I was doing a bit of the puppy dog eyes.
Yeah, you're my fixer.
Reverend's just in the corner rubbing his temples.
Nova will assist with the puppy dog eyes.
Do you know if Cassidy's a fan?
Oh, well, I can certainly ask him.
I mean, if he's a fan, he might be more inclined to be a bit
Well,
nicer.
they're trying to score drugs and a custom designed guitar.
In the middle of the combat zone.
Well, look. Here's the thing. We can go onto their like we can call in, special order it. He just has to bring it here.
Actually,
How about
that's a
that?
better idea. Yeah, if you actually want it to show up neon blue and not orange. Yeah.
Frosty, is that doable?
Yeah.
I'll just go special order it. They promise it'll take a day. because this isn't like I didn't just make this up. They have these guitars available.
Perfect.
Pattern.
Yeah, it's just
Excellent. As long as it's custom ordered, all he has to do is pick it up. He
and
can't
just
screw
bring
that
it
up,
in.
right?
Yeah.
I mean,
We'll see. We'll see.
I mean, he could pick up the wrong one. Or...
Like, we could spend points of luck. All right, so.
What were you saying you were going to do, Sev, or Reverend?
So-
Oh, I'm sorry.
On the balcony area,
Mm-hmm.
is this side edge closed off,
Yes.
or can you see onto the others?
No, it's like a little boxed-in balcony. That right there, that you can see onto the other one, yeah.
Okay.
Frosty, I cannot select my token.
This is just future to confirm. So, like, if one were to break some stuff, could you potentially jump onto this balcony?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you could make that jump. It's only 2 meters.
Okay, so it wouldn't even be like a check to make it.
Depends on what your leap distance is, but I imagine not for you guys.
Okay.
Might be a
Just
check
checking.
because you'd be jumping through, secure glass railings. But
Don't worry, I got some ideas. We have a couple of days.
And now we'll have drugs.
And music.
all right. So Hex, or sorry, Reverend, were you? Was there anything
I
else?
was just gonna say the hex, like, just find out how long it's gonna take them before you
Yes.
start cheering
Also-
for drugs.
Yeah.
Where am I sending him to pick up your guitar, Ume?
I'll give her the name of like my favorite music store in Japantown.
Okay.
Fujiko's Music Paradise.
Okay, I like it.
oh shit. Synth coke is like serious.
Yeah.
It's 1,000 eddies.
It also
Jesus.
really screws with you.
I don't have
But
enough
it gives
for
you
1,000 eddies.
gives you a boost to your reflexes. So
And honestly, Nova, out of all the drugs, it's probably one of the least horrible.
Well, I just want something that's 50 eddies worth that will get me fucked up for a little while. Maybe not 1,000
Hey,
eddies.
maybe later
Oh.
down the road, I can just Breaking Bad use some drugs.
all right.
Reverend has
So
the skill
Hex.
set.
I'm sorry. Also, Frosty, I think I remember you saying, don't you run synth coke cheaper than 1,000
do.
eddies?
I do.
Okay. So the 1,000 eddies is what's in the book, Nova. I'm not sure exactly how much that Frosty charges for that.
For fun drugs, I generally just do like 10% of whatever the price of the equivalent is in the book. So it's like $100 for a dose of synth coke.
Oh, okay. Well, I've got 50 if somebody else wants to go in with me.
Sure, Nova.
There we go.
I will go in with it.
There we go.
Why not?
Oh,
You're all bad influences.
What? I don't know what you're
Weird.
talking about. Here,
I'm,
hold
You're
this.
I'm
bad
bringing the joy
influences,
of music
Hex.
to our lives.
Yeah.
So Hex, are you calling up Cassidy?
Yes, I would
Please
like to
make
call
a
up
luck
Cassidy,
check.
please. Okay.
my God, if it wasn't bad enough, there's 2 bards now. And Dare.
Oh, I know.
Oh, hey there,
I
girly.
rolled a 15. Cassidy, how's
It's
my
been a few
favorite
days.
guy?
You've been missing for about a week. Don't tell me you
well,
missed out and you're no
know.
longer talking to your good friend Cassidy, are you? Aren't we going to party again
Oh,
sometime?
no. Oh, well, see, I was actually just calling you up to see if you would like to do a little bit of partying with us. I've been busy running some jobs, and I find myself on
carefully.
another
Of course I'm
job.
down for a fucking party.
That's what I like to hear, Cassidy. A can-do attitude. See, me and my friends, we were out here in the combat zone. I know you have an affinity for this area because,
Oh, it's
local
like a home
color
to
and
me.
whatnot. Yeah, I knew you'd
Gotta
say
love
that.
the local color.
Exactly. So, listen, I'm holed up here in a little apartment for the next 7 days,
Well, it
Everyone's
sounds
bored
like you're
out of
going to
their.
need a lot of party favors. I'll tell you what, I'll
See,
throw in a bag of the Cassidy special for $1,000. It'll last you the week.
oh, I'm so afraid to ask what the Cassidy special is. But you know what?
It'll
Why
keep you
not?
spun up better than 3 8-balls.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. All right, sure, why not? Cassidy special, especially since I really need a favor while we're at it. We've got. Have you ever heard of the band called Neon Pulse, Cassidy?
Yeah, they were around a bit. Got a new singer recently.
Yeah. The old singer just so happens to be a friend of mine. Very talented musician. She'd
Well,
love to put on
unfortunately,
a
gotta
little.
love a good band. You guys planning on putting on a show? You want to make it a real party? I could invite some friends. We can make it an exciting time. I know a preacher that you'd get a kick out of.
Oh, a preacher? I look at Reverend.
Reverend's just walking around, pacing.
That's funny you would say you have a preacher. We actually have one on staff too.
Does he make people make bunny sounds?
You know, I didn't think that preachers would be so common in Night City.
Me either. There's a whole bunch of religious zealots in this fucking town.
Well, they seem to like to party too. So, okay. So I have the old
Or is
singer.
this kind of
from
a private thing?
Well, yeah, it is kind of a private thing. So I would prefer if we could just maybe invite you. It would be like a little private concert. The job is somewhat on the, down low. So we'd like to keep it as cool as possible. But you can't blame a couple of people for getting super bored out here.
No, definitely going to need some entertainment if you're stuck there for a week. But
Yes,
what's this favor
well,
that you're asking me for?
Okay, well, the singer from Neon Pulse, she would love to put on a little impromptu concert for all of us, and of course have a few party favors, but she's found herself without a guitar. Now, she has already ordered one. It's been specially made for her, but we would need someone to pick it up, bring it out here, and then come party with us.
All right, well, I'm down for that. I can go and run and pick up a guitar for a friend of mine. For a fucking... I'm not exactly that much of a piece of shit. However, if I'm coming down for a private party with a band, it better be a banger. I hope there ain't any shitters there, otherwise Bob's your uncle.
Shitters. I'm looking looking around poor Bard. No, not at all. He's been on good behavior. I think you'll enjoy the new crew, Cassidy. I do. You'll definitely like Nova and Ume.
All right. Well, when am I supposed to pick up this damn guitar?
It should be ready for you. Sorry, Ume.
I
About a day.
about a day. There you go. Thank you.
Okay. So it should be ready in about a day.
All right. Well, see you tomorrow night then, love.
All right. Thank you, Cassidy. You're the best.
We'll work out the payments when I get there.
All right. Sounds good.
Don't go dying on me.
Do you
I'll
remember
try very hard. Appreciate you, Cassidy. We'll see you tomorrow night. Well, I hope you know that's probably going to come with a premium.
I offered 150. I'll pay more. That's fine.
We will be
Well,
getting
Hex-
a bag of the Cassidy
Hex,
special.
make a human
Well,
perception.
that's that'll be like
Perception.
we'll pitch in the rest.
Or a streetwise.
Streetwise?
Human perception or streetwise.
Let's do streetwise. I would like to use it. That's a 17.
All right. He said he was doing the favor in exchange for a party, and he didn't want any party shitters there. So he wants everyone to party with him.
That means all of you.
I think Reverend was saying something as well, by the way.
Yeah. We'll see about that. When's he gonna get here?
Tomorrow night.
All right. Bard, you wanna come help me check something out?
Yeah, sure. What? And I
But wait, you
follow
still haven't
Reverend.
learned about the various interconnected particles that have to do with the
Dare,
virtual
what?
reality situation.
Well, you can
Yeah,
follow us
these
there.
three-
You can keep talking to us if you want to. Like,
These three
it's-
look like they would like to know a lot about that. Pointing at Hag, Sume, and Nova.
Straight glare. Just straight glare.
Reverend's already out the door.
Actually, Dare, I mean, I don't know, like white noise helps me think. But I'm gonna.
So
follow
Dare
Reverend.
walks over and starts talking to.
There's a second bard on the map, by the way, because I couldn't control my
Yeah.
token.
Didn't
I'd
control
like-
yourself. I understand.
I'd like to try and direct Dare's conversation away from what she wants to talk about and see if I can't make it more of like a casual, interesting, and not boring conversation.
Right.
You don't even have to try. As soon as you like start talking about music or anything, she's totally into it. As you talk about the city, like
Great. Well, no
Right.
problem.
Reverend, what did you want me to help you look at? Sorry, or did you just want to get out of the
Well,
apartment? You were using a poor lie to.
Both of those, but
Okay,
I'm
gotcha.
thinking we may want to try and occupy another apartment. Use
Okay.
this one as a meeting place.
Interesting. Is this place occupied? I like
Well-
photograph vision. Is there anyone else in this other
not
apartment?
on this floor.
Yeah, sure. I open the door.
Does it just open?
It's locked.
Well, we can
Well-
either
Well,
get somebody
X.
or
X. Can
yeah.
you help us pick a
What?
lock?
Yes.
Thank you.
Let's see. Where are y'all at?
All right,
In the
make a
hall?
lock
just
picture.
right outside.
All right, perfect. I'm heading out there. Lockpick.
And while we're waiting for Hags, Reverend's gonna talk to Bard. Like, also, if we can find some wood or something to bridge the gap, we could use the apartment across the balcony.
I think that's just a hallway. We could always just walk out and walk through the door. Like
Oh, this area? It's a hallway, but
yeah.
it's a hallway, but there's no doors out to that area.
There does seem to be a window, or I could just be.
No, it's just a wall.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, we could try. I'm not fond of heights, so it's someone else would.
Well,
have
I
to
can
go over.
throw you over.
Well, that's not helpful.
I'm sure that'll help with the fear of heights. I got a
Nice.
16 on that.
You easily pick the lock. It's nothing
Lovely.
special.
Ta-da! Entree.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're wonderful as always, X.
Thank you, Hex.
Oh, I'm starting to like you guys.
Anyway, and Bard, sooner or later, you
No,
gotta get
just
over
do it.
that fear.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
just gonna
totally.
weigh you down.
Yeah, weigh me down to the ground where I like to be, not up high.
All right. So,
Heights are for birds.
is there anything else you guys are doing for until tomorrow night? Nova, you're setting
Oh.
up. Nova.
Yeah, I want to tinker something.
All right.
I want to make a thing.
What would you like to make?
Well, I brought my guns.
Okay.
I brought a little holdout pistol, Dylung Cybermag.
Mhm.
It's a six milli, just a little tiny pistol. And I'm gonna jury rig it and put a little thing on it. I'll tell you that when I do it. You and I already talked about it. The tiny tickler.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Please make a weaponsmith check for me.
Weaponsmith. Okay, weaponsmith. I know that one because I do that one. Weaponsmith, click that button, roll the thing.
Yep.
Also, don't you still need a fixed
25.
Bard's gun?
45.
25, sorry.
Oh, I was like, all right.
God,
Roll
could you imagine?
a number of d6 equal to your jury rig.
Okay. So I've got 6 in my jury rig. So 6. 20.
All right. So you have bayoneted that pistol so that it will do. You can use it as a club for 1d6 damage, a number of times equal to what you rolled on the number of d6s.
Okay. Did I also get the other attachment on there?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So Hex has gone out into the hallway. I'm gonna go.
That's what I figured you were making the bayonet out of.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
you
I'm
can
gonna catch.
hit people with it. Unless you're trying to make it so that you can hit people harder by firing the gun.
No, I don't want to hit anybody with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna catch Dare in the middle of something and at some point, and I'm gonna say, hey, Dare, you got a second?
Yeah, of course. I've got a lot of seconds. I mean, we got plenty of time. We're going to be here for a whole week.
Look, I think this. Yeah, just come out on the porch.
Okay.
As I look around.
Ume, we'll keep talking about synthwave wave patterns and musical theory here in a little bit.
Oh yeah,
I just give.
yeah. Well, we should really talk about maybe how that can be used to like really make better music.
Yeah, and like hypersonic manipulations of brainwaves.
Yeah, sure.
I give Ume
Ume
like
looks over
the,
at Nova and shrugs.
I give Ume the sort of like I'm trying to bail you out, and so I pull Dara out onto the patio.
Okay.
And I look at her, and I say, over the next week or so, some shit could go down.
Yeah. I know it's a really serious situation. All of our lives are in danger. We're being edge runners, but we're gonna make a difference.
And
Put away that bastard.
I'm gonna put the holdout pistol in her hand, and I'm gonna say, if something happens, you might need this.
She blushes. Or the holdout pistol, not the one that you just made.
No, the tiny tickler.
She looks at the tiny tickler and is like,
yes.
Dada.
And
oh my
yes.
God! What did you put?
And I'll
Oh,
flip the
gosh.
little switch on it, and it'll start vibrating.
Oh God.
And I'll say to her that also I think you probably need a little bit of relief. You are a little tightly strung, so
Please tell me it's not
it's
loaded.
double purpose for you.
The accidents that can cause.
Accidental discharge.
Is it premature? Is that what you're saying?
Or as the Army calls it,
Oh, God.
in discharge.
I tell her, look, you're young. You've got a lot to see about this world, okay?
Is that really gun safe? I mean,
When-
she kind of takes it and holds. She's like, as it's vibrating. I imagine this is really hard to shoot. Are you supposed to use it together? Like, how does this?
Just hit this button and the mag comes out. Look, mag comes out. Chamber's empty. I show her how to clear the chamber. Okay.
Make a teaching check.
If
Ooh,
Reverend
teaching
sees this, I just want to say this.
You're at the other apartment.
Well, yeah,
There's still several days.
Bard and Reverend are in the other apartment about to spar, I think.
I got an 18 for teaching.
She goes, okay, and she's like, okay, you take out the mag. The whole time it's vibrating, and she takes out the mag, and then she's like, okay, safety on. Then you put the mag back in. So then if you need to use it, right, like you're supposed to point it at the thing, and she points it out the balcony as it's vibrating and goes to take a shot, and bam, fires. You hear a glass shatter somewhere in the distance.
Oh, okay, that's that's it. And then when you need to use it for other reasons, clear it out. And I show her what the case is and all of that. Also, here is a extra long extended muzzle brake. And I twist it onto it.
Isn't the vibrating part so it doesn't need to be extra long?
Well, yeah, to each his own, I suppose.
I
And I just pat her on the shoulder and I say, "There you go. Have at it, kid."
Sorry.
I had
my patio.
plans, but I think
she starts to kind of do like a Mission Impossible, like holding the gun. Yeah, now I'm a real edge runner. Now I can make all the difference, and I'm gonna fight the bad guys.
We
would
would hear the gunshot, right?
Yeah, you guys hear a gunshot.
Reverend would fucking bolt over.
It's like I was gonna say, while the boys are in the other apartment doing serious stuff, playing with their swords, right? Obviously.
Don't fucking say that.
Sorry, we said we were sparring. Like, that's innocent.
But yeah, I feel
Um,
like Reverend runs out to the balcony, sees what the fuck they're
As
doing.
Dare turns to face you as you come out and goes, "Ha! Make a luck check.
oh Jesus!
I was about to
Roll
say,
1d10, exploding d10."
At least it's
Also,
the beginning of the session. We haven't spent any luck yet.
am I able to
Ooh.
just hit luck or?
No, you have to /R space 1d10 with an
Also, I
exclamation point.
put a picture of the tiny tickler in the chats.
6
6, is that above or below your current luck?
below my current.
She does not accidentally shoot you.
Okay, Reverend would have like just dropped soon as she turned around with the gun.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
Dare,
Who
Dare.
the fuck gave her that?
She's like,
she's
look,
gonna-
it also does this. Bzzz.
Immediately.
I'm gonna walk out.
Yeah.
Look,
Who do you think gave it to her?
and like I'm gonna look for 1 second. Huh. And just turn and walk back in.
I thought it would help. I honestly,
Nova?
I thought
Nova. If
Well, where's the one
Brucey
for
asked
Bart then?
us, if Bruce asked us what happened to Dare, this is on you.
But
I
now
thought
I
it
can
would
help
help.
defend and help protect, and we can fight the bad guys that show up to try and steal the information if they try and take it. And I'll be
Sure,
an action
that's-
hero and a total badass, just like the rest of you now.
That's why
Right?
she
You
gave
guys all
that to
have
you.
guns, right? So I should have a gun.
Not guns like that.
Are there a
I
lot of guns like this?
No.
There
I
shouldn't be.
certainly hope not. It seems like a public health hazard if there are, but I could look into that. Live
that one
research. Are
is
there
a
other guns
Nova
like that?
special.
Sorry, I'm
Thank
gonna.
you so much, Nova. You're the best. And she runs up and gives you hugs. You're so great.
Wait.
Thank you for helping me be an even better edge runner. Now I can totally defend myself. All thanks to the amazing Nova.
Can I do a library search and see if there are any incidents of accidental
You
discharge
don't have.
injuries?
Do you have?
I do have a data
cyber-
term link. Yeah,
You
yeah,
have a
data
cyber
term
mode.
link. Isn't it just a data term link that I need?
Data term lets you plug into stuff and search it. Unless you have the Times Square marquee and.
I have that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll. Yeah.
I just want to see because honestly, this does seem like a thing that might actually have been.
Sorry, you need the phone splice as well, because
The-
that's the thing that lets you like internet.
When you look it up,
Or
it
the
comes
cyber
with
modem.
a headline: "Florida man."
Okay, because I was able to do it last time.
Of course
so
it's
I-
a
I'll
Florida
allow it then. Yeah.
That's accurate.
20.
Right
What
next
are-
to
there
bath
are no
salts
other
gone
guns
wrong.
like that.
No. I was gonna say, are there any incidents of accidental discharge caused by utilization of firearms as tools of?
Self-entertainment.
Satisfaction.
Yes.
Yeah, what is your search criteria here, Bard? What's your query?
Will
I
this
think
be on
one
your
cross-reference.
search history?
I think he's curious and probably finds things he's not interested in and immediately shuts off his Times Square marquee. Huh.
Just
Well,
porn.
That, yeah, pretty much. It's
That's
like,
all
well,
it is.
they do say curiosity killed the cat, or got it kidnapped by the slaughterhouse.
All of you godless fucking heathens.
Who made this whole time is just sitting in the living room, like
Sorry,
browsing
anyway,
an old
Reverend.
magazine that happened to be sitting there.
Bard.
Reverend, let's go spar. Like I can't.
It's
deal with all this
Fisherman
terrible
Weekly.
We're
Fisherman Weekly. Right up Ume's alley.
This
Why
one's
is
a
it
special
brown
on
like
deep
this?
sea fishing.
I'm
Well,
gonna
actually, Ume takes a moment and sees if she lived out in the ocean for a while.
I'm gonna hand.
It's covering
Reverend
it. Some
a-
new
a
fishing
blade.
poles that are available, recommended fishing line, advertisements, a few articles about some big stories and catching.
Magazine's probably as old as Ume is, so it
Yeah.
probably reminds her of her time out with the pirates.
I'm just gonna hand Reverend a blade and go into the other apartment and do some training away from the godless heathens. I know he gets a little bit pesty around them, so.
So you guys are just doing
It's
some
more
sparring
about-
for the one IP of training for a few hours for the rest of the day.
Pretty much.
yeah, and to blow off some steam after seeing that fucking gun.
And I would like to train with Reverend occasionally, like while we're here, just because it's part of the stuff we do. So just occasionally talk about
Gives us
Like-
a chance to
play with our swords and talk about
Reconnect.
God, like good choir boys do.
So the rest of the day goes by.
Oh,
wrong god.
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Would it be possible? Can I try to get like a sketch of this girl with her weird gum?
Yes. Yes, you could. She's posing. She seems very proud of it. She's excited.
Wait, which is she doing like a Charlie's Angels kind of pose,
like
or
Charlie's
a
Angels
Charlie's
type
Angels
pose.
kind of pose?
Perfect.
Ume will go and try to give her some posing pointers.
Oh, I
She's
love
excited for that.
it.
Yeah, no. Chin higher.
Yeah, chin high.
Too high. Perfect. Yes.
Let's see. I
Kick your
rolled
hip
like
out.
a
Kick
14
your hip
on
out.
it. It's maybe not my best work.
All right.
Ume gets in your way. Directing there.
Oh, I'm sure it has nothing to do with me laughing my ass off the whole time at drawing this gun.
All right.
Your hand is vibrating much like a gun because you're taking too much.
All right.
It's just funny watching this young girl with this gun. She's sporting it. She's so proud of it. Little does she know.
Oh, I think she's fully aware.
I think she knows.
I don't think she knows what the optics of this are
The-
going to be on
the
the street.
power.
So.
Or
Who's
how-
taking her serious?
How inaccurate that gun's going to be.
Yeah.
You just gotta clean it. It's all.
There's a
Yeah.
reason people don't generally make those sort of toys. And one of the things.
But now we have
but-
over
Now
here.
they have, yeah.
Only in America. Gun violence. Whole new meaning.
You guys. All right.
Recover.
Yeah. So the rest of the day goes by. Bard and Reverend, you guys spar for the day, so you'll get your one IP for practicing. For one of your skills. And I think you were training melee because you said you handed a blade.
Yep.
Ume spends the day posting pictures from our last job on Cybergram and stuff like that.
Okay. That night, you hear knock, 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 knock.
Special delivery. Who is it?
Is it already the next?
Just your friendly neighborhood piece of shit.
My
Your best buddy
favorite.
Cassidy. You gonna let me in or what? Do I gotta kick
Yeah.
down the door? I really don't want to have to kick down the door.
No need to kick down the door. I'm gonna go open the door for him.
As you look, you can see there's bullet holes in his like smiley face T-shirt and jean jacket that look a little bloodstained. As he's just kind of standing there and walks in, and he's like, "Got the bag, guitar, and an amp. I think I might have left the amp downstairs.
Oops.
You left the amp downstairs?
Yeah, it was heavy. I wasn't gonna carry it up. What? How many stairs are there here? I don't know. I lost count.
It's a small travel amp. It shouldn't be that bad.
I'm carrying a guitar and a bag of drugs.
Okay,
I'll
priorities.
go
I
get the
understand it.
amp. I'll go get the amp.
Oh, thank you,
I could have left the
Bart.
guitar.
Oh,
I figured the amp was less important.
you are right about
Where
that.
exactly
By the way,
do
can I
you
see
need
it?
the amp?
Can I see it?
He holds out the guitar case.
Woo! Ume grabs it.
Cassidy meet Ume. Ume meet Cassidy.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure's all mine. Thank you.
So I hear we're having us a fucking party that you're going to be playing at. And everybody here, I brought enough blue glass to wipe the streets clean. We're going to get properly fucked up.
Well, I'm certainly going to play.
Nova.
Yeah, Nova comes out. She sees that she doesn't know who this person is, but she sees the blue glass.
You can see
goes,
he's Irish gentleman, thin, lanky, got bullet holes in the front of his shirt. He's wearing jean pants and a jean jacket and has like a hippie smiley face shirt on.
Do you want a
he's got a
doctor?
little bit of a a faux hawk that's really messy and dirty with short sides of his skin, and big mirror shades like aviators on.
All right. Before I go grab the amp, what can I deduce about this person other than that he's
Make
already fucked up?
Make an awareness notice.
Did you run into some trouble while you were out here, Cassidy?
Oh, just a little bit.
And what's he smell like as well? 25, as always.
Don't ask
Fine.
questions you don't want to know the answer to.
Like,
He smells
Okay.
off. Doesn't seem like he's showered in quite some time, and there's something distinctly odd about him. The bullet wounds. The damage seems fresh. Like there's no dirt or anything on the holes, but there's no wounds inflicted. Where the bullet
armored
holes
t-shirt,
are.
maybe?
No, you can see his skin underneath. And he smells of booze and various other chemicals. He's got a carefree, doesn't give a shit attitude. He's kind of looking around. He seems wasted completely. Like he's kind of stumbling a little bit, but relatively okay. Excited. He's got a couple of pins on his jacket, so he's got a little bit of a punk rock attitude. And he speaks with an Irish accent.
Do I recognize
got a
any
little
of the
bit of a
chemicals
function.
I smell? By any chance?
You make a chemistry check.
Let me do that. 16.
16. Turpentine, antifreeze, window cleaner, various chemicals used to cook drugs.
Gotcha. Okay. Sorry. I just sort of. I'm not even going to bother stating it, and I just like walk past and go downstairs to get the amp and carry it back up.
Yeah, the oddest thing is how clean the bullet holes in his clothing were.
Yeah,
And no wounds.
I was going to ask about that, but I get the feeling that he'd tell me something about a hippo, so I'm just going to ignore it and go downstairs and get the amp before it gets stolen.
Hi, good to see you, Heck. So who are the rest of your friends?
This would be Nova. I point to the pink-haired lady. And our friend Reverend.
Reverend in the bedroom.
I'm sorry. You were out here, were you? Okay. And the gentleman you just met was Bard.
Right. So
I forgot our young friend Dare here as well.
he gives you the price for the gun, which I think was $1,500, or for the guitar.
Okay.
And he tells you, so you're going to owe me about $2,000.
Okay.
The amp, the guitar, and all the drugs that we're going to do. And that's with the Cassidy friend discount.
Is that including the price to pay for the amp and the guitar?
Yeah.
Okay, because it's $1,500 just for those two items. Just so you know.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah,
so
that's
y'all
what she
know,
said.
I've already taken that out of my
Okay.
money. So treat that as paid. You have the cash for it.
That also air hypo.
Oh, that I've got right here.
Dirty.
We're going to be wearing this boy out tonight. It's going to be blowing its load all night.
You started this, Nova.
What? Okay, look.
I was
Just,
just trying to help Dare finish it.
I dive my hands into my pockets to pull out the rest of my eddies, and I just drop them on the table. That's a total of 93. That's everything I got.
Oh, well, don't spend everything you've got, Nova. Let's see.
Well, if it's 500 for everything, and there's 5 of us, then I'm already not meeting my share.
I throw in 200. Actually, no.
Yeah.
I'll throw in 300. And I'll wink at Nova and say, "Keep it for my favorite fan."
Aww.
Aww. I'll pay the rest, the 150.
Looks like we got ourselves a party. All right, who's up for the first dose as he starts mixing some of the stuff together and injects himself? I guess I'm first. Who's second?
Oh, me.
All right, come over here.
Here we go.
By now, I feel like Reverend hears the commotion and sees the shit show.
Yeah. Let me know when I get back with the amp, but I think Bart
Yeah.
was trying to go grab it. Just, you know.
So, Nova, you start to see little rainbows trickle around out of the walls as little happy grenades start dancing around.
Do I need to
and
roll the torture thing or whatever? Drugs, torture? What was that?
Resist
make a
torture
resist
drug.
torture drugs.
Okay. I plan on slowly getting better at that over time. Where the hell was
Well,
that?
once you get addicted
You
to one of these
will.
drugs, you'll have lots of opportunities. Like
Oh,
now.
cool.
Fumble.
Well, that was a fumble, Frosty.
Immediately
So what
addicted to
does
blue glass.
what's your gun's name
Yeah.
that
My
you've got
gun?
on you? Yeah.
Oh yeah, the big one is Smoking Willie.
Oh boy.
So as you're hanging out, you hear a, "Hey, girl, been a while.
Oh no.
Nice. It has been a while.
You gonna pull me out and show these people what Smokin' Willie can do? Ain't I your favorite?"
Well, I kind of look a little sheepish, a little bit, and like, well,
I ain't felt
Look.
your hands on me in an age.
that's one thing. But look, Smoking Willie, I got a good thing going here. I can't fuck this up with these people. I
We
fucked
won't
up
fuck
too
it
many
up.
crews.
We're gonna show them how useful we are. We've got a few. We can show off a few party favors. Take some target practice off the balcony. It'll be smooth as jazz.
That is a good idea.
You guys can hear Nova's side of the conversation.
Yeah.
Can I?
Ume is just waiting like in anticipation.
As the
for Paul to
couch
get back.
says, "Nah, man, just come chill over here. Relax. Smoking Willie don't care about you. He just wants his action. We're your comfort spot." Dare's face kind of twists and grows into like this big kind of anime face and then pops into a chibi version of herself running around.
I think am I still lucid enough to take out the mag from Smoking Willie?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna like just in hopefully a moment of clarity hide the mag so that way I don't actually
Why
actually
don't you
shoot
introduce me
things.
to him?
And so yeah, then once I do that, then I'll be like so happy. I'll be like, "This is Smoking Willie," and I hold him. I have like a top handle so that I can do a spray and pray like this, and I just mimic that.
You see bullets shooting as little stars shooting off throughout the room.
Woo! And I'll just do a spin.
Could I possibly make a
Must have
chemistry
been some
check
good
for all
drugs,
the-
Cassidy.
all the shit Cassidy is mixing up?
Yeah. Or pharmaceuticals, actually.
Pharmaceuticals. Where are you? 21.
He's mixing up synth coat, blue glass, and boost. Makes you think faster, react faster, and hallucinate.
Oh,
Wonderful.
So if we get addicted while taking this, do we get addicted to like all three at once?
No.
Just checking.
I assume we just get addicted
So Cassidy's
to this
like, "Who's
special
up next?"
concoction, correct?
Probably.
what would you say, Melanie? Would you say, Melanie?
See, the hilarious thing is that
Oh,
I
I
kinda
was
want to do this
asking-
when I get back.
I was asking if the drug that we get addicted to is just the singular concoction then, since it's not all three.
Yeah, you'd just be addicted to Cassidy's special.
Ah,
Okay, gotcha.
that seems even more problematic.
Is Nova addicted now, by the way, with that fumble, or
Yeah. But Cassidy asks, "So, who's up
Let's
next?"
work in Cyberpunk 2020. One roll and you're just addicted.
you can kick it though? You can. It's possible.
You can, but it's hard.
Oh, you have a med tech here.
Don't tell me you're going to be sitting out again, girly. You said it'd be a party and there wouldn't be any shitters.
Oh no, I am partying. I'm sorry. I'm not shitting on the party. I was just
Hey.
clarifying how many trucks I'm gonna get addicted to.
She is already
Hand it
taking it.
over. Let's join the
All
party.
right, so he'll eject you with it as you make a resist torture drugs.
All right. Sorry. My internet's lagging. There we go.
I should have done a luck thing, huh? Oh well.
Yeah. Oh well.
I think the DC is higher than just a fumble though. It's probably like a.
It is. There's a DC. I don't know if the
So
fumble did anything in particular. If you just fail the DC,
Made
you're
it
just addicted.
instantaneous
Yeah.
and added some more.
I think the way it works is once you're addicted, you have to start making resist torture drugs to resist the urge to get the drug.
Yeah. And then
I
probably
see.
go on detox.
Cyberpunk 2020 has
What'd you
very
roll?
harsh drug.
Well, I rolled for it, but it just disappeared.
Doing very
I
badly.
would like to know that, actually. I rolled for it, but it just
Hey,
disappeared.
Melanie, you're really robotic.
Really roboting.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Alright. I have to rejoin
We're going to take a brief break for technical issues because I'm also having an issue. So we will be right back. As Nova's face goes into a wicked grin, and you hear your gun go, "Hey, babe, what's up?"
Hey, Nova. Is this who you were talking to earlier?
Oh my God, you can hear him too. This is Smoking Willie.
Nice to meet you, Smoking Willie.
Why do
You hear sort of
need
the
to make a
huff
human perception
and
check to see that
puff.
these two are fucked?
No. And some smoke billows out of the barrel. Says, "Yeah, Nova's my main girl, but
you can
protect
hold him.
everyone."
You can hold him if you want to.
Oh, I'd love to hold him, Nova.
I'll hand him over.
So they are.
At the gun.
Just kind of look around.
Dare volunteers and
oh dear.
gets injected and starts like looking around and looking like an action hero and like moving through like she's in a video game, going bam, 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 gotcha, get the bad guy, yeah, get the.
I
Yes.
set the amp down next to Ume.
Music, music,
Yeah.
music, music.
Ume's going to immediately plug in the guitar and plug in one of the outlets, hoping that it doesn't just fry the whole amp. And I am going to try playing, because people are like drugging out. I'm going to try to play something really trippy.
Okay, make a play instrument check.
All right.
And Cassidy looks to the three of you and says, "All right, anyone else up?"
No party
got-
poopers.
I got my favorite drug right here. I'm going to spend my luck on this. I got a 20.
Okay, fine.
25.
Like, why not?
Ooh, 25.
It's not like I have an addictive personality or anything.
You might get lucky.
He'll inject you. Roll or resist torture drugs.
Out of curiosity, what is the DC here? I'm going to spend
15.
a point of luck. Okay. So
Nick's like, I can't get addicted to another thing. Let's spend a point of luck on this.
24.
All right.
Oh, you're fine.
Not as good as booze.
He's made of
You get to
drugs.
see all the little details and nicks and crannies and little spots in the wall. The floor starts talking to you about who stepped on it and walked here. The walls are whispering secrets of Night City.
Just starts writing down a treatise on 256 different kinds of tobacco ash and which ones he sees on this floor. Right. Like, interesting. So the previous occupants of this place clearly smoked Colts, but also they had a preference for the jalapeno. I can see that from the spice in the cigarette ash here. It's like muttering to himself.
I like walk up to Bard and put my
The
arm
couch
around
is
his
like, you don't
shoulders.
want to know what's happened to me,
Everything's just better
man.
with
You don't
drugs.
want to know.
Wait. I look at the couch and like, I do not shine my UV flashlight on it. No, I don't. What's
Help
Hex
me.
saying?
Help me, man. Just cut me up. Make me firewood, man.
No, I don't condone assisted suicide. What's up, Hex? She's like putting her arm around me.
Isn't everything just better with drugs?
I look around.
I'm sorry, did my headset restart again?
No.
No, you're good.
No,
You're good.
I hear it. It was just.
Oh.
Well, I certainly noticed more things.
As the city seems to expand infinitely, you can outside the window.
Have you ever seen Night City look so pretty though?
I'm gonna walk to the balcony actually and look out and then. Well, I guess I have established that I have a bit of a fear of heights, so I'm gonna look from here.
As you kind of
you can't fly though, bro.
peek
Just
over,
so you know.
the ground stretches infinitely, and you feel the breeze, and like the floor is slowly giving out that sinking feeling in your stomach. I need you to make a resist torture drugs.
You can't fly. You can't fly. No
Well, I
matter
know
how
I
good
can't
these drugs
fly.
are.
Start on the ground, then try to
27.
fly.
That's a crit. 27.
All right.
Do I get over my fear of heights?
Realizing heights aren't so scary as you kind of.
Heights. I like Bard's just nodding. Heights are just a better vantage point from which to observe the world. Interesting.
That's deep.
From here, you can see everything.
What's that therapy that uses psychedelic drugs?
There's a
Mushrooms.
few. There's a
But
few.
yeah, but there's that like gradual exposure therapy is. But he's like, no, from here I can see what the whole city is up to. Well,
As you begin to look out and you begin to see little stories playing out along the sides of the building, firefights and army clashes.
I am picturing like Bard having the whole like the white lettering flashing by things that he just sees, like explaining stuff like booster gang fight, like Slaughterhouse versus Voodoo Boys, 3 casualties, no survivors on one side, other side walked away, loot loot left behind, bloodstains, like three
Just popping up in your vision as the like little white fancy handwriting scribbles about everything that you're seeing. Ume, what was your play instrument roll?
25.
25? So you're playing some really trippy music on the guitar, and it's setting the tone, making everyone weird. Reverend, while Ume's playing.
60s psychedelic meet synthwave.
Yeah, yeah. Reverend, what are you doing as the rest of them are tripping and playing music?
So, after Cassidy joins the party with everyone else coked up, I'm gonna collect the air hypo and any leftover stuff
Okay.
and just pocket it.
Smart man.
As you go to reach for the air hypo, Cassidy kind of puts his hand on you and is like, if you want the bad boy, you just had to ask. You did pay for the extra drugs, so here you go. But don't be thinking you can steal from me so easily.
Well, I paid for it, so it's not really stealing.
Oh, no, that was for drugs, guitar, amp. I didn't know you wanted to buy an air hypo.
Oh, did Hex not tell you?
No. Never mentioned it.
Well, shame on her.
She probably just forgot. No reason to hold it against the lass, right? She's a good one.
Yeah. So, how much for it?
This one, it's a bit used and worn. I could let it go for 500.
500? Why not cut a deal? Like you said, it's used and worn, and I'm pretty sure I can find it for a quarter of the cost on the street somewhere else.
You seem pretty straight-laced kind of folk, right?
If that's what you think, you can believe it.
Well, how about we gamble for it?
No?
Game of cards.
Sure, why not?
All right. So you guys will play cards, make a gamble check.
Is that on here, or do I need to make
It is a skill, yes.
Do you know what it's under?
If I see this going on, I'm
Intelligence.
gonna watch to make sure Cassidy's not cheating.
Oh,
You're-
there it is.
You're on the balcony.
I walked back in.
18.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
18? So you're playing him and able to win the air hypo. He kind of put it up for the 500, and you guys play for a bit. He mostly just seems to be enjoying playing, but it's not a hard game. You get lucky, and he's a bit distracted. So the rest of you
talking to him.
Yeah. He rambles on about weird shit. How the moon is actually made of cheese. That they've been
Space
lying to
whales.
you, and that there are giant space whales that are using it as a nest. That are secretly
Made
being
of cheese.
controlled by an elaborate religious organization.
Reverend, why doesn't your religious organization have space whales?
They would probably have more followers if they did.
No. For everyone, since only person not on drugs is Ume, but she's busy rocking out, Reverend just turns to Bard and goes, shh. So whether he recalls that as a drug trip or not,
I got a 24. I think I'll remember that. The short.
But you guys spend the night partying, and the next thing you know, you're all waking up. Cassidy is gone. The pizza that was left on the table is gone.
of course it is.
There's a pile of burgers, like old burger wrappers, scattered throughout the kitchen. And as you guys check your phones, it's been 2 days.
Oh shit!
So that means Reverend
So,
hasn't
Reverend,
been on drugs.
what were you doing for 2 days as they were in
So, were they all just still moving around and doped out?
partying, tripping, having weird drugged conversations?
So
Ume
probably
didn't do drugs, but she did.
I was going to go to Ume here in a second.
Reverend would have probably been occasionally pulling them aside and like checking their vitals, seeing how they're doing.
and Cassidy was also making sure that they were good. Ume, what would you
Yeah.
have been doing?
pretty much just playing the guitar the whole damn time.
Partying and drinking beer, and cause
Yeah,
he
probably.
brought plenty
Probably,
of beer.
probably drinking plenty of beer, playing on the guitar, and probably she's like in her own world. She does requests like a lot of the time, so she probably gets a lot of like weird ass requests, and then she tries her best to try to answer them, no matter how weird they are. And that's basically what she like, just to play with it and try to. During one moment, it's after like partway through like a really like jamming like a jam session. She's on it for like 4 hours straight, just constantly playing the guitar. It's just like flowing from like one song to another to another. She finally stops, and then she kind of like looks at it and says, this is I will call her virtuosa."
All right.
And then she stares lovingly at the guitar.
Hex, give me one strange thing that Hex remembers that happened during the party.
Oh,
Could be a weird conversation you had. Just I'm going to give each of the drugged up people a little time to say something that happened during the party.
I think that maybe Bard and I quoted some Shakespeare, but I
literally
just
about to
think
say
it was
Oh.
Shakespeare.
Went to the dark side, did you?
Hex was just saying things like, yeah, and like a bird in the hand beats two in the bush.
And Bar believed her because he was so high.
Yeah.
It's probably more like, alas, poor Sandra. We hardly knew her.
So you guys were doing Shakespearean to Ume's music for Hex's. Bard, what's a weird thing that happened during the party that you remember?
I mean, I was gonna say that Bard like went into the other apartment screaming once more into the breach or something along those lines, but mostly I think he did just sit and talk to the couch at one point about what it's gone through and try and sort of therapize it just a little bit. It's just like, just like, hey, look, like you don't need to hurt yourself, but like talk to me a little bit more, right? Like you're in a dark place, I understand. But
All
like,
right.
please,
Nova, what's a strange thing that happened?
Yeah, I think I helped show Dare how to use the other side of her weapon.
Okay.
Oh god.
I think you got to finish the job.
Yeah.
So I think that's one thing.
All right. Reverend, what's a weird thing that happened during the party with the drug people?
I don't know. Reverend probably just kept him centered in the living room.
Just
Away from the
kumbaya for a
balcony.
little bit. Woosha, just in prayer, meditation. It's so
Kept
zen.
him from like eating whatever they found in between the couch cushions.
All right. Ume, what's a weird thing that happened during the party?
I'll let somebody volunteer for this, but somebody went streaking through the whole apartment complex,
That's Nova.
screaming Ume's name for some unknown reason.
Yep.
That was
Clearly
Nova.
No,
Yeah, it was-
Dare.
No one has to volunteer. That's
Being
Yeah, it was-
chased by Bard, saying once more onto the breach.
That's it.
Yeah.
waving the sword like avast, scallywag.
Yeah. Yeah, that absolutely happened.
All right.
They're fucking
guys are
laser
kinda-
mines down the hallway.
Most of you are hungover. Cassidy's gone. There's a whole bunch of bottles of water and old burgers and soda things just piled around the kitchen table.
Ume, when Cassidy leaves, will like say like when I start my new gig, make sure you come by and catch a show.
Oh, definitely. You played good music.
Thank you. Just remember, there is no more neon puffs, whatever those assholes say.
Oh, yeah. Band's never as good when they change singers.
That's true. Ume nods approvingly. That's the correct response. All right. Probably when everybody else does come to, though, Ume's in the process of cleaning up.
And the place is trashed. Yeah.
I feel like
Reverend
Bard,
May would clean.
since he got a
Yeah,
pretty
Reverend.
high
They're cleaning together.
roll, is probably a little less hungover, so would also just get up and be like, "Well, I'm used to this," and gets up and starts helping to clean some stuff up. You know, it's like, oh, looks like my
Reverend's
apartment after I've been
immediately
there.
like, Bard, why don't you go clean the bathroom? Nova help Dare figure some stuff out in there.
I look at him and just, no. I'm gonna help with the burger wrappers right now. Nova can
No,
clean the
don't worry. Me and Ume have this.
I pull my hat down over my eyes as far as they can go as I go in, and like, yeah.
We don't have to go into graphic detail.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Clean the bathroom.
Okay, so
No,
you
A
guys
few
are
minutes
cleaning
later,
out.
you walk out, face beat red.
Dare's just passed out on the couch still. Just.
No, I was gonna make it worse. It's like he goes in there, bathroom looks fine, how it
That's
was
right.
when we got here. That means it happened somewhere else.
But yeah, you guys have a chance just amongst each other to sit down and contemplate, or if there's anything else you guys would like to do until the meeting.
Other
No,
than reading and reading, that's about it.
When is the meeting in
5
relation?
days.
It'd be
4 days.
at this point 2 days.
2 more
2
days?
days?
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
then there's training and reading.
yeah,
Yeah, I got-
because there was a day before Cassidy showed up.
Yeah.
I got some things on my list, Frosty. I want to do one more modification.
Okay.
I got an apology to make to my good friend Bard, and so I want to modify his gun some.
Okay.
Don't put a vibrator in it.
You told me what you were doing. You actually find his gun already modified. You did it at some point when you were. Please roll roll.
Good.
The number of d6 equal to your jury rig.
Okay. Okay. So you don't want me to do the weaponsmith
Nope,
thing?
I'm just giving it to you. You did
All right.
something crazy while you were drugged out.
Awesome.
already-
Good.
You've already succeeded on the roll, so it's not like you're missing out on IP by.
Oh, 23.
23. Okay.
23. I'll take it to Bard, and I'll just be like, look, I don't know everything that happened while we were partying, but I just wanted to say that I was really sorry about some of the shit that I remember. Look, I really like this crew, and I've gone through quite a few of them, and I can't fuck this up. So I know you. Here you go. I hand him back his 44 Magnum. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like it's got a second barrel attached to the bottom of it.
And before he picks it up, I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna say, "You want me to show you what it does?" And I'll point it at Dare, and I'm gonna pull the secondary trigger.
Do you guys let this happen?
I wait.
I think
I feel
Ume's gonna be like
I
in
feel
shock.
like he doesn't react fast enough. As she's like, "Want me to show you what it does?" And I'm like, "Wait."
Confetti flies out. Bam!
Confetti.
It sounds like a gun, but just confetti flies out.
Yep.
Ah.
I give it to him and I say, "Here, see, there's a secondary trigger here." And
I take a look at it. And
You notice you can't pull the primary trigger without pulling the secondary trigger.
Frosty.
Nova, you have nothing to be ashamed of while you were high. Your bare ass looks great in the neon lights.
and I was going to
God.
say, I can hardly lecture anybody about doing stupid things under the influence. Although this particular thing is never something that I've done, but I can appreciate the artistry that goes into it.
I hand him the gun. I show him how to use it. You can also see too the maker's mark that was on there has now been like scratched off, and I've put my own maker's mark there.
So how do I?
What is your maker's mark?
It is a circle kind of grenade with a little happy face on it, and then it kind of looks like it explodes.
Now,
So you can use your
obviously,
gun 22 more times before it breaks.
before the modification breaks, or the gun itself just
The gun
breaks?
breaks.
Oh.
Oh god.
So Now, presuming
I
that I
didn't know
want,
that part.
yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'll hopefully I'll have enough money to buy another gun by the time I shoot it 22 times. As I'm sort of looking in, just like running through his head, like, how do I gonna like, where do I buy confetti reloads? Is that the entire confetti? But I'm not gonna test it
Oh
out
yeah,
right
I
now.
hand you the
Real
rest
quick.
of the rounds of their little pop caps, basically.
Well, I
Frosty.
mean, they do say that in battle, the element of surprise is one of the most
When-
important things. So
When Nova pulls the trigger for the confetti gun, can I make a strength feat roll
To do what?
to see if Reverend ends up breaking the counter?
Sure.
Oh, by like
sure.
gripping it so hard.
15.
Yeah, that would break the fake marble counter.
You
Oh
just
God.
here with the confetti gun, marble break.
You know you're tearing up Bruce's safe house,
Hey,
right?
who's in the process of cleaning, looks over at Rev and says, hey, we've got to clean this shit up for when the meeting happens.
Yeah, you're gonna explain this counter to her, not me.
I'll get the confetti. Sorry about that.
All you see is Reverend glaring.
I'll load
Just his
Pop and
mask.
Marlowe with AP ammo and just sort of.
Glaring through his mask. I'm sorry.
You can't
So
see
load
it,
the
but you
AP ammo
can
and
feel
confetti
the
ammo?
hate radiating.
You know what? Why not? I mean, again, the worst that happens is that nothing happens. The best that happens is somebody is so surprised by the confetti that they completely lose their train of thought.
Oh no, the righteous fury radiating.
I look. It was a lot funnier when I was on my trip.
No.
But
Again, the unexpected is almost always an advantage in a battle, from what I have seen. So
Well,
I've
you
never
could
seen
use it
confetti
to-
shoot out of a gun before.
you could use it to, you know, as an icebreaker. Aren't those important? I don't know.
I'm not really good with social situations either, so I'm not the person to ask about that. I would check with Ume or Hex whether icebreakers are actually important. I do think they're important, but that's more for getting ships through the Arctic zone or making ice cubes.
Oh. All right. Well.
No, it's great. I like it. It brings some color to my, my attire. As she
Yeah.
looks at his, like,
Hey,
black
maybe
hat,
people
black
will
coat.
accidentally think that Bard's fun.
Oh, I don't think they would.
I thought Ume was cruel.
Oh, hey, we had fun during the drug trip, right?
Actually, yeah, no, we did. See, like ever since you came back from the oil rig, you've been a different man.
Well,
Yeah, just joking, I guess, Frosty.
yeah. So Ume is going to try to make the place over the next 2 days look nice.
I'm gonna help Ume because I want to stay on Bruce's good side.
Knowing that that's a very difficult task, I'm going to try to make it look presentable to the people coming
I'm
over
gonna
to bid
say
on it.
make a personal grooming check.
Okay, only because interior design's not listed.
Hey, you could make it.
All right, I'm
Or
willing to spend.
no, if you're trying to make it look nice, let's say a wardrobe and style, because that's a style check.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to spend a luck on this. Is there assistance rules that could help? Since Hex said she's
Yeah,
helping?
someone can assist and make the same check, and based on the degree of success they get, it'll give you a bonus to your roll.
Yeah, well, yeah, Melanie, you said Hex was helping, so.
Yeah.
Nova could help, but I'm not sure that she would be very much help.
And Austin.
All right, make a wardrobe and style check, Hex.
I got 15.
So that'll be a +1 to Ume's wardrobe and style.
All right,
Sure.
I'll spend a point of luck as well to make it 2 bonus total. I got a 23.
Nice.
You make the place look really decent. I mean, there's so much you can do with the broken counter section, and
It looked like a fashion statement.
but yeah, you
I
clean it up.
put
you
a couple
arrange it.
of blankets out,
Mhm.
a few throw pillows, cover the blood stain with the rug.
Right.
did you
Move
get
the
this
table
stuff?
to just the right position so that they can't see the cracks in the floor.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The chief. Lord.
I go through some of the abandoned apartments, find the artwork that is still decent and hanging on the wall.
Yeah.
Hey, Ume, you should come to my apartment next.
Well, girl, yeah, you did me one a favor. I'll do you. No problem. You got a good vibe going. We can work with it.
I do what I can. It just has to be black. Paint it all black.
Well, black is easy, no problem. The best looking black you've ever seen.
It never goes out of style.
Anything else you guys are doing for the next 2 days?
Like I said, I trained with Reverend twice, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Reverend would also occasionally be going over to the other apartment and breaking down the beds into boards and beams. And just walking through our apartment to the balcony with them. Trying to make a makeshift board across to the other apartment, just in case.
And by the way,
I will say it's not very stable, but you could do it.
Yeah.
oh, that's the escape route you were thinking about.
Yep.
So
Either that or just Kool-Aid through the wall.
I could maybe help Rev in that regard and make something a little bit
jury
more
rig a
stable,
bridge.
maybe.
That
Yeah,
Or
or do something
No,
that
if you-
can.
can you make possibly a shape charge? Just blast this wall out?
Yes, I absolutely can try that.
I figured that's the pathway to go with Nova.
Do you want to blow something up? The answer is always yes.
So what do you which wall where?
I'm gonna say maybe the bathroom wall.
Yes, fucking blow up the bathroom. Yes. Okay, then I've got some grenades. How many do I have?
Do you realize it's going to destroy the bathroom?
Well, this is an emergency.
Let's see. I've got
You don't mean setting it off now, right? You mean like
No,
just in case.
this is like
just in
if
case.
shit goes
I
south.
can rig it up that we can.
send an escape route. Yeah.
Yeah, if I can
I'm
rig
all
it up
for
to
it
like you pull a ripcord and it just automatically pulls. or
Hell yeah,
whatever.
babe.
Could I try to make that happen?
doing make a demolitions check.
Demolitions check. Okay.
I'm assuming that's not something I could assist with, Fred.
You
That's
could
all
try to
right.
assist.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend some luck.
Before you
So
make
wait-
your demolition check, let Reverend, because they're assisting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quick
Also
question.
spend-
I thought about this when Hex made her roll. Does a person assisting also get IP for their roll?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I'll spend 1 luck as well on this.
Where do you track your luck at?
They're
You,
up at the top.
under the temp
15.
mod, you just put -1, -2 for the lucky spend.
Okay. I kind of thought that might be the case.
So Rev got a 15 on that.
Okay. Does that help me or not?
What'd you get? 15?
Yeah.
That'll give you a +1, Nova.
Okay, a +1. And I can use demolitions, and I can choose to spend as much luck as I want to, right?
Yeah, up to the maximum amount that you, up to your total luck rating.
And it resets every session.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to spend 3,
Okay.
and then I get 1 from Rev, so that's a +4
Yep.
in my modifier.
Yep.
Okay. So I get a 29.
Hey.
Nice. So you are able to make a shape charge, roll your jury rig D6.
Okay. D6.
D6 for each point in jury rig.
16.
16. So the stuff holding up and that will shape the charge is going to hold there for about 16 minutes, and then it collapses.
Oh, okay. So I put it on the wall and it'll sit there for 16 minutes.
Yeah, and then it
Okay.
falls
Okay,
off.
perfect. All right, so I'm going to put it in, I'm going to wrap it up in a cloth. I'm going to put it in the back of the toilet, the tank.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then if I need it, I'm going to pull it out of that toilet, smack it on the wall, run out the thing, and then pull it. Yeah.
Okay.
16 minutes is a good amount of time to set a charge and then
Get out of
to
the way.
safety. And
Well, it's not it's not that it's going to go off in 16 minutes. It's going to go
No.
off in a few.
But I mean, like before it falls, right? And you
Oh,
lose
yeah,
the
yeah,
opportunity to detonate
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, that way we can put it wherever we want.
Also true.
Or just store it in the closet till we need it.
Well, in the back of the toilet. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good to me. As Rev is sort of working on this with her, she says, "Thanks for your help." And I know I kind of made a fool of myself for the last couple of days.
That's fine. You all party, as long as you're good for the job.
Did you really take care of everybody those couple days?
Yes, he did.
Oh, I look
I'm
back
sorry.
at May.
Are you guys private? I'm sorry. Didn't realize.
Sorry,
We're probably just
Small
around.
apartment. Like
Yeah.
it's
okay.
you know,
Just sort of hanging out in
in
the
that
bathroom.
case, Ume does rudely interrupt if she's able to.
Ume's always able to, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Sorry, Ume. She looks a little.
Oh, hey, no, like I said, it was a beautiful sight.
I turn back to Rev and I kind of whisper a little bit more. So that way, hey, I just I don't really like Dare. You know that, right?
No, yeah.
Well, I figured she got on your nerves.
Oh, shit. Sorry. No. Damn, this apartment is so small.
There's
everyone's
giving
in there.
Darren standing like
vibes.
right next to you, glaring at you.
Dare's still passed out on the couch.
Oh, okay.
No, I was joking.
Just
Maybe
Maybe,
Like people just suddenly popping up, and Dare's right there now. What's that?
I'll put my hand on Rev's arm and I'll say and really really quietly and say, maybe after this job I can thank you more properly.
Sure, kid. Don't worry about it. Let's just see how this goes.
Yeah, don't touch that wire. It's gonna just let me do this part.
All right. Hex, Bard's training. Hex, are you doing anything for the 2 days?
I think I was helping Ume, was I not?
Yeah, cleaning. All right. That's
Decorating.
Decorating and cleaning and fancifying.
Can I say I make a little stage for me to play my guitar?
Trying to not make it look like we.
There's not really room for a
Oh, yeah, do
stage.
that.
Fair enough. That was maybe going too far.
But as the time for the meeting rolls around, eventually you hear a motorcycle pull up outside. After a little while, you hear a van, and other cars down below in the streets. You get a knock on the door.
I'll open it but before I do, I'm going to look at Darius like, remember, let me convince him of the credibility and let Hex do the negotiating. And unless she's still passed out.
No, at this point she's awake.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to just play like a very simple music on the guitar, like kind of atmospheric, kind of like setting like a calm, serene mood.
As you open the door, Bart, you see a muscular man, with a looks to be in his early 20s, with a bright orange mohawk, and like a headset with a camera on, and he's shirtless with huge baggy red jeans and like punk bracelets around his wrists and everything, and cybernetic eyes, and he's like, "Yo, it's your boy Prime from Primetime coming at you live. We're checking it out with this meeting here. We're supposed to be getting this totally fancy news scoop. Hey, hey, Mister, they're watching everything. What are you up to? Tell me about this meeting that we're in. Tell the audience. We're on Primetime."
Well, this meeting is going to convey, or rather, expose the identity of the true Night City stalker.
That's right. We're here to purchase the information, baby. All right. Nice to meet all of you. We're going to be buying this information, and if we get it, we're going to be broadcasting it to all of you watching on the Braindance Net. All right. Let me introduce it. Oh, hey there, ladies. How are you?
Oh, God.
I'm prime time.
Behind the kitchen counter, Reverend's hand
Nice
is
to meet
just
you,
on his
Brenda.
gun.
Is he armed? Can I see if he's armed?
He is
by the
not
way?
armed.
Okay.
By the way, Frosty, I do have slung over my back my submachine gun, and it is visible
Okay.
even as I'm playing. So it's not. It's clear I'm not just like the music.
A pretty face.
All right.
Although I am certainly that too.
So
Yeah.
for the next 5 minutes, Prime obnoxiously hits on anything with 2 legs of the female persuasion.
Ume,
You see
Ume,
Bard
the
starts to
the
grip
minute
his
he
sword
does
a little
that,
harder. But
Ume kicks him in the balls.
Oh, as he takes it. Oh, now that's a lady. Oh yeah. Thanks for the shot.
She's a hard negotiator.
Ume doesn't stop playing the guitar and doesn't say a word to him, but just keeps playing as if like nothing happened.
So next, you hear a couple people moving down the hall.
So, does the primetime guy, does he leave or does he stay
He
in there?
stays. He
he
takes a
stays.
seat.
They're all coming to bid for the
All right.
information. So yeah,
I'm just
I'll
making
I'll stay.
sure.
Yeah. I'll open the door when they knock.
You see a large, kind of rotund Asian gentleman. He's got a huge scar going across the side of his face, wearing a very nice suit. There are 2 security guards with him in black suits with red trim. And he kind of motions them back. I understand that my guards are not welcome or during the negotiations. My name is Uteo Mouse.
Mm.
You understand correctly. We're all here to cut a deal.
Then you'll be providing
walks away.
protection, I assume, and will be responsible for anything that happens to me?
Unless you do it yourself, then yes.
I
You
understand.
can trust me.
I cannot believe you invited Prime to this meeting. This is a disgrace. They are
I-
hardly worth the media's attention.
I did not arrange the guest list. I am simply here to vouch for the credibility of the information being auctioned and to provide protection.
And you hear from down the hall, besides, don't be such a stickler, Mouse. As you kind of take a peek out and you see a curvaceous woman in a exaggeratingly curvaceous, definitely had work done, in a black suit with a white shirt, barely contained, exaggerated hips, walking in high heels, and a couple of guards following her and also keeping back, with long flowing.
Do
kind
I
of
recognize
reddish
this
brown
person?
hair. Do you watch Channel 2 News?
I would just make an education check to see if
Sure,
I do. Like,
sure.
yeah, that's
Education,
sort of
general
like
knowledge.
whether I do or not. I probably have heard of this person. Nope. Don't watch the naked girl. That's a fumble.
Yep. Nope, you haven't heard of her. As Mr. Teo and her head in, anyone else can make a streetwise or education general knowledge to see if you know.
I was going to ask if I could.
Yeah.
I will. Let me
I'll do
see.
Streetwise or general knowledge?
Education. It's also it'll be listed as education on your character sheet.
29.
I'll go streetwise.
23 for education.
I won't spend any luck on this.
Oh, I got a 15.
I got a 19.
All right. So far, what you guys know, all of you guys would know this. Prime is a small-time cybergram and cybergram poster, sort of rocker boy-esque person that records brain dances of his activities doing edge running and on the street and going in crazier and escalating situations. Think kind of Jackass, but in Night City. With live weaponry and real gangs. And the next person, Mr. Mouse, you guys have heard of.
Yeah, we were told.
Yeah, he's the one we were told to
And
watch out.
He's a corporate fixer. and works between Kozlov and several of the other smaller fixers to work with corporations and kind of acts as a middleman between fixers, the street crews, and corporate agendas. The woman is named Susie Liu. She broadcasts on Channel 2, and she does the sexy side of the news and puts sort of, think the way Elvira kind of threw innuendo and stuff into the movies and her hosting and chat. It's that sort of thing, but she does it in the nude, but about real events that go on in Night City. And covers actual stuff and puts like a sexy, playful innuendo spin on all of it.
Did you
She's
say
fairly
in the
popular.
nude?
Yeah, she does the in the nude.
News in the nude. All right.
She's
While
not the
they're
first.
coming in, can we either visually see if they have weapons or do pat downs?
I've been checking for weapons.
Okay.
And doesn't have them so far.
None of them have been bringing weapons.
Just making sure.
Yeah, that's
Who-
why.
who-
That's one of the reasons Bard is answering the door. By the way.
It's
Who
almost
did the
like we're
pat
in
down of
combat
Susie?
zone.
I think it may have been a visual one.
Yeah.
She with clothes that tight, she's not concealing any weapons, Nova. Like, if you really want to do the pat down, you can try, but I guarantee there's nothing there.
Oh,
It'll take her quite a bit to retrieve it, if it is.
Well, unless she's got a tickler too.
That's what I was saying. It will take her a bit to retrieve it if it is there. That's what I was trying to get at. Yes.
Lastly, you see two other individuals coming up. One of them has very neat, straight hair, short cut, with a bit of a 5 o'clock shadow, in a purple suit with a black shirt and purple tie. And then a woman in a sort of maroonish blouse with a leather jacket over. The gentleman looks to be 40s. He's definitely one of the older people that's coming. However, the woman that he's walking with seems to be much older, probably in her 50s. She still has dark hair. She has tan skin and lips with red lipstick on, little hoop earrings, but fairly well dressed. Has a stern, kind of serious face as they all kind of gather in and introduce themselves. The gentleman with the purple suit, says, "Hello, I'm Mr. Double. I assume this is going to be a fair negotiation."
Indeed. I'll convey the nature of the information, and my colleague Hex will take over negotiations with all of you, and whoever bids the highest will walk away with the information.
Very amenable. The other one, the woman, the older woman, who says, "Isabel Vasquez, local media, freelance."
Sons told me a bit about you. Yeah. Nice to meet you.
So, Double says, "Now that we're all here, I assume we can get started. So first we should validate the information, take a look at it, make sure that what we're looking at is worthwhile."
I light a cigarette and just, trust me, the information is quite real. Dare here has done an incredibly deep dive gathering documents, video records, splice records, even recorded crimes committed by the Night City Stalker, which he did sort of, I guess, record his crimes for posterity and or for himself to look at later. I'm not exactly sure what his motivations were, but I can tell you that I have reviewed the data myself, and it is airtight. If you want a scoop, this is a scoop.
Make a credibility check.
I'm going to spend, say, 3 luck on this. $25.
And a mouse goes, "Besides, it would be unfair if Mr. Prime here was to broadcast the information that we are attempting to purchase."
Indeed.
Prime's like, "Yo, I do a live show. This is my media. You can't be sitting there and I don't care what you guys do. You can waste your time with recordings and all that shit. I take it to the people live." And Double's like, "Why do we have to put up with this?"
We didn't arrange the guest list. Everybody, I've just conveyed the nature of the information to you. Are you all satisfied that this information will be credible and will be a scoop for you should you obtain it?
They all nod.
Then I will gladly turn it over to my colleague Hex. And I walk over and lean against the wall, just smoking the cigarette still.
We did not specify where Dare was during all this.
She's right here.
Where would
Also,
you like Dare
Nova.
to be? Because you guys had intended you were going to take her, put her somewhere out of sight.
I would say
Yeah.
probably in this
The
bedroom.
bedroom,
back
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nova can be with Dare
Yeah.
if you want her to be.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be a
someone should
good
watch her
idea.
just in case. But
Yeah. If you don't plan on speaking up or doing anything during the meeting,
And that way you're close to the explosive if you need to set it.
also
Yeah.
Yeah, after everybody kind of comes in, I'll be at this door, and after everybody comes in, I'll go in. But before I do, I just want to just softly walk over to Reverend and just say like, "Hey, is that Prime dude going live now? Hopefully, he's not like broadcasting our location. I don't know. Maybe we should do something about that." And I pick up, I don't know, a glass of water or something like that, and walk into the bed or
Okay.
into the bedroom.
Reverend would have just nodded at her in acknowledgement.
you mentioned that to anyone?
Yeah,
Reverend.
he'd walk over to Bard after he's lets Hex take over, and he'll mention the live thing. Possible leak.
I'll go to Hex and wait before we start this negotiation. This is actually a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Prime, are you recording live right now?
Of course, I'd broadcast everything live. That's the Prime way,
So you
baby.
broadcast a secret location for a meeting that was supposed to be kept off the boards to anybody who might be watching your brain dance channel.
That's right. They get to see it in action.
Yeah, but do you see where the problem arises? This meeting was under the stipulation that you be here secretly.
I didn't tell anyone.
You
Yeah,
are
I
telling
told
them right
everyone
now.
Well, again, if you had started recording only when you walked in, that would be one thing. But you have.
Yeah, I started my recording when I
Recording.
arrived outside the building, when we got here live and the adventure starts.
Reverend, after hearing that, is gonna pull his gun and go to the door,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
gonna check the hallway.
Don't see anything. Just the empty hallway.
All right.
Where are the
Bard is
guards?
gonna go.
The guards have left to they're
Yeah.
down.
Okay.
Bard is just gonna keep keeping his eyes and ears out with thermograph as well, looking around. If I see anything approaching, I'm going to say something. But
And it's really hard to see through so many walls with the thermograph.
right, it's more like if there's if someone's in the hallway, right? I'm assuming I can shout a warning if there's something weird, or like a bunch of guards or like a bunch of booster gangers coming in, right? Like that sort of thing. But it's not. I wouldn't assume it's like far away, you know. Yeah.
And make a cyber tech check for me.
Just Bard.
This is
You mean Bard or Reverend?
Bard. Because he's usually a thermograph.
Gotcha.
I got you.
14?
What'd you get?
14.
Okay, nothing. All right. So Hex, they sit down to start beginning negotiation. Where are you trying to start the bidding price?
Oh, let's see. Opening bid 50K.
50. You're going straight for 50. Make a persuasion fast talk for me and tell me how you try and convince them to go straight for 50.
Do we have a? Is that like? Do we have an amount that we know we're trying to get?
Bruce's highest estimation was 100,000.
But she said that you'd be. It's worth at least
No,
40
no,
in
no,
her
she's-
mind.
Yeah. See, that's why I started at 50.
Yeah, she said it's worth at least
So,
40 in her opinion.
40.
But if you guys sold it for
Yeah.
as high as 100, she'd still split half the take with you.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, I didn't catch that part. I knew
Yeah.
she was talking about 50% split, but I didn't understand that was under the.
Well, but you started at 50, and then you can get the bidding going
Yeah,
higher.
yeah,
Like,
no,
that's
no,
kind of how you do
I
it.
think
Yeah.
that's good.
Now you just
She's
but
saying
that's
like
wasn't.
no, she what Bruce was saying was that the information should be worth 40K. Right? That's what she expects
Yeah.
you to make.
at the very least.
At least from it. If that's a bad bid or how things go, it could go higher. But she figures 40 is a safe bet. but she's cutting you in for half of whatever you sell it for. So the higher you sell it,
Oh,
the
I
more
got
money
you.
you
Okay.
guys
I misunderstood the numbers.
Frosty, I'm sorry.
Apologies.
Did you want to explain more? 'Cause that
Yeah,
was
it is. You have multiple people auctioning. So it's basically, think of it like you could start the bid anywhere from 1,000 to 10K. They're going to each bid until they outbid each other.
And
on
try
the
and, yeah.
and try and buy the information for themselves. So you could go for a high bid here, like 50K, and just cut out anyone who can't afford that.
Oh, we're doing that.
The problem is that starting the bid that high might turn everybody off. It's a high risk, high reward maneuver.
Hey, how many times did you get to break the story on Charlie Manson, though?
Right. So yeah, tell me what you say to
well,
them.
hold on. Before you
Oh,
roll, I was thinking I might try to assist, but the way I'd like to assist is I would like to start playing the guitar in sort of these undulating moments and this sort of pulse quickening kind of like thing, and to be like
You're trying to
sexually
add dramatic
dancing.
music to the scene to
Well,
emphasize.
more sexual and seductive. I'm trying to distract people so that they're trying to bid, but they're distracted by me in the corner, and so they're not being as focused on what they should be, and might bid a bit too high or a bit too much.
I'll say that
also-
is pretty difficult, but you can try.
I was also
Okay.
going to ask Frosty if I could just basically assist by trying to assess who's the most desperate. Like just a basic human perception, like Bard trying to do his information gathering and see like who is most interested in the information so I can convey that to Hex.
Should we both roll?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to spend
21.
2 more luck on this one.
21 for stage.
24.
All right. So that will give a +2 to Hex for the music, the distracting music. Or no, you said 24, Ume?
Yeah.
Sorry. Because it was DC 25. I was thinking. So fortunately, you're playing some great music. It's just not hard. It's hard to distract someone who's in this intensive a meeting. So, now Bard, some things that you're able to glean. One, Prime does not look like he has a lot of money. Straight up. But it would be interesting. This would be a big break for him, and watching the Night Stalker get revealed live would make his stream a big boost. So lower, if you want to help him, he's kind of a jerk and an asshole. He seems to be kind of pushing other people around, trying to intimidate them. It's not working, and he is hitting on Hex and Ume and Nova ridiculously, and like an asshole, and has been for the 10 minutes that he's been here. He probably doesn't have a lot of money, but he also seems to be the person that cares the least about the information on who the identity of the Night City Stalker is. Because that's what they've been told they're bidding over. Confirmation on who the Night City Stalker is. Isabel Vasquez seems fairly calm and collected. Definitely looks like she has money, but probably doesn't have the amount of money that Double, Mouse, and Susie Lou have. Because they're coming with corporate backing. She's independent. But what you know about her, she works for the Scream Sheets. She publishes a lot, so this would be a big break for them to get. And she seems to want that break. This seems personal to her. Next, Double, you cannot get a read on. Perfectly calm, perfectly cool. Seems like you get the impression he feels like he's already won. Mouse seems the most desperate to get the information. He's kind of sweating, already seems nervous and frustrated. And you can recognize the signs of him trying to size up the rest of his competition. Susie Lou on the other hand, seems fairly excited. You can't tell if that's investment or just this is a fun thing and a good story that she's excited to break. You don't know if you can't get a read on whether her or Double is going to most likely be the highest bidder.
Okay, I'll try and whisper that to Hex at some point in time, just like before he actually starts the bidding, just like give her that information. But
one thing, Frosty, for that seduction roll that I was trying to do as a distraction, or that kind of thing. Is there anybody in the room who seems to be like, maybe they weren't distracted by Ume, but seemed at all interested in her or anything like that? Besides, obviously, Prime, but he's an asshole. So.
Prime primarily. Uteu would have glanced. Double cold and stoic. Susie Lou, on the other hand, definitely checked you out. That Susie Lou and Prime would be the two people really looking.
Okay.
yeah, so I'll basically whisper to Hex, like, you can play the corpos off of each other if you really want to start the bidding that high. If you want to start it lower, you could get Prime to bid, and then they seem to hate him, so they would want to shut him down fast. But
Or
play
we
this how
could
you
just
will.
pit them against each other.
I was just like, play this how you will. Yeah, I just wanted to give you the information.
Alright, thank you.
All right, so Hex, what do you say?
Didn't we get mastoid comms?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
So you were able to communicate that, right?
Yeah. Sorry.
So vocally, right?
Okay. Well, as I said, ladies and gentlemen, and our information has been verified by our own private investigator and has been meticulously collected by very young, upstarting talent. I am assuming that you all are here because you want a groundbreaking story that's going to make or break your careers, and this is the kind of information you'll only ever come across once in an entire lifetime. So that being said, I would like to start the opening bid at $50,000. Take it or leave it, people.
Prime's like, are you fucking serious? Just to report on some serial killer? Serial killers are a dime a dozen. Man, that's
Then go find a different one to report on. If you weren't that interested, you wouldn't be here.
Fuck you, I ain't that interested. Ain't nothing worth that. And he turns
Well,
and
that's
walks
fine.
away. And
You're a
goes to head out the
liability.
door.
Good riddance. Avita
He
saves.
flips you off as he walks out of the room. And you can hear him narrating to his audience how much bullshit and everything people think they are in a corporation. And Isabel Vasquez looks at him and says, I hate to be in the same company as that individual, but I don't have that. So if the rest are willing to pay that, I cannot. Uteu kind of looks, says, we are willing to pay $50K. Double's like, as am I. Susie Lou's like,
Perfect.
it's a bit steep, but all right.
Serious bidders only.
So the two of them head out.
Did you
So,
want me to roll a
Rust.
persuasion and fast talk at all, Frosty?
Not for that one.
Okay.
And there we go. Let's delete those two.
Ooh, yeah.
Actually, yeah, please roll me a persuasion fast talk. Let's see. Because they know the information, but are they willing to go that high?
Got it.
Listen,
Oh, crap. Sorry. I'm trying to spend a little luck on my internet speed. Oh, thank you.
She also gets what, a +1 from Bard, right?
Does she get any bonuses from my
Yeah, I'm
system?
sorry. I didn't let me put the modifier.
Not a bonus, because she hasn't utilized any of the information yet.
Gotcha.
Okay. I guess it's just not gonna roll. My roll 20 is on black.
Okay.
Your internet's lagging as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're real robotic-y.
Yeah.
With the internet troubles and
Dang
all the
it.
connection problems we've had today, I think I am actually going to have to call it because I am having a very, very bad pain spike from chronic health issues. So I think we will leave it off beginning next week with the negotiations. Sorry for the short episodes today, everyone.
I'll
But
make a note to do the roll.
but we will pick this up next week and hope to see all of you back here at the same Cyberpunk time, same Cyberpunk channel. And as for tonight, everyone say fuck off, Prime.
Fuck off, Prime.
Fuck off, Prime.
No, he doesn't deserve it.
Fuck off, Brian.
Yeah.